Warning, F-bombs are armed and will be dropped. Joe F. Spalding, fakest name I've heard in a while, on Twitter, @free, that's Detroit Free Press. I don't understand these people who live in fear and always have a gun on them. Everyone knows a gun stops 0% of the bullets that bad guys shoot at you. We shouldn't have to live, we shouldn't have to have our freedoms restricted because they're fraidy cats. Joe, you're a fucking liar, and don't even bother trying to tell me what I am, because I used to be you. I know exactly the lie you just told. All right, let's start this from the top. You don't understand a lot, obviously, because you're a fucking idiot. But anyway, he doesn't understand the people who live in fear. It's reality, and always have a gun on them. I usually do. All right. Even when I was a gun control supporter, I often did have a gun on me. Not because of fear, but because of reality. Everyone knows a gun stops 0% of the bullets bad guys shoot at you. Okay. It's not to stop that bullet. In the entire history of the known humanity, a bullet has stopped a bullet, I think it's 6 times that we've been able to discover. That's not the point. The point is, when the bad guy comes in, you can shoot back. Now, here's a little medical fact. A single shot kill is a very, very rare thing, and somewhere around 90% of them are headshots. Uh, I have a gentleman that I'm very familiar with who was a combat medic in Vietnam. He said he only had 3 of his Marines who were killed by a single shot, and by a single bullet shot. He had guys who were hit landmines and booby traps, and some of them did die that way on the first shot. But of all of his Marines that were killed by a single bullet, all 3 of them were headshots. There's another interesting detail of that. About half, or just over half, of his Marines that had headshots survived. Now, he had other guys that died from 2, 3, 5 shots. He had other guys who died from 2 or more headshots. He had guys who survived from 2 or more headshots. But all 3 of the Marines that he dealt with in Vietnam who were shot once and died were headshots. How much precision does an average terrorist or gangbanger have when they take their shots? Here's a clue. The lowest ratio that I'm aware of was, ironically enough, Pulse nightclub, where it was 150 round magazine. He had more than 50 people shot. There you go. He accomplished his goal at roughly 1-1 ratio. That's not the whole story, is it? First of all, he didn't kill 50 people. He shot about 50 people. Second of all, these were all packed into a relatively small area, and it was difficult to get out. I'll say something else about Pulse nightclub. I think he did some pretty good surveillance and knew who the security was and who to take out first. Now, nobody will talk about this, and so I can't get a straight answer, but I believe he went in there knowing who had the gun and who to take out first. And after that was just lambs, just sheep in a slaughter pen. And that's all it was. And there you go. If 2 people in that building had had a gun, 2 people other than the shooter, how would it have turned out? I guarantee you it would have turned out very, very different. Fact of the matter is, he had no resistance at all once he killed the guard. And how did it finally end, by the way? Oh, yeah, the cops had to go in there. He was still alive when the cops showed up. There's great body cam footage. All right. So, no, my gun will not stop a bullet. It'll stop the shooter. We shouldn't have our freedoms restricted because they're fraidy cats. All right. You be suicidal on your own fucking time. Don't make me suicidal with you. All right. I know I've got some issues, but I'm not ready to die yet. And I'm not even close to ready to kill myself yet. You want to commit suicide? That's fine, Joe. You do it on your own fucking time. Don't take me with you. Stop trying to take everybody else out with you because you want to die. And worst of all, don't fucking lie to me. I know better. I used to be you. Back when I was a gun control supporter, I used to tell all of these same lies. Oh, we don't need them. The police will come. Blah, blah, blah. Tell that to the people at Pulse. Tell that to the kids at Columbine. Oh, yeah. Harry's old enough to remember Columbine. Tell that to the people in Serbia. Tell that to the Bosnians that died. Oh, right, right. Except that's not what happened. I know I joined the military to go to Serbia, all right, to fight in the Yugoslavian Civil War in support of U.S. interests. Draw from that what you want. I know better. I know you're lying to me. All right. Columbine was my big wake up call. Oh, my first big wake up call about gun control's not working. And of course, then Brent's switching barrels on me was my last wake up call. You're right. The only way this is going to stop a bullet is if I hold it out in front of me. The only way this is going to stop a bullet is if I shoot it and I just happen to hit one in midair, which is not going to happen. Funny little detail, and I didn't know about this until much, much later. You say a gun can't stop a mass shooting? Tell that to the people at Clackamas Town Center. Nick happened to have a Glock 22, and he shut down the shooter. Yet, I didn't know this until later. Exact same model. Probably the same mag. Same type of mag. He shut down a mass shooter, and he never even pulled the trigger. So there is your not going to stop a bad guy's bullet. You're lying, and you know it. Eat shit. Stop lying. I don't care what you got to do. But you go be suicidal on your own time, and don't take the rest of us with you. Joe, I will personally testify at your mandatory exemption hearing because you're either mentally ill because you're lying through your teeth, or you're fucking stupid, too stupid to be trusted with a gun. Is that simple? Either way, I will personally testify at your exemption hearing. Just hit me up. I'm willing to go. For the rest of you, for the people that aren't going to buy this bullshit, keep calm and mandatory carry on. Pulse, baby.